Hey there, welcome back to another video. So me and my aunt are on vacation right now, and we are checking out the highest elevation road in not even Southern California, in all of California actually. It is called Rock Creek Road. It goes up to approximately 10,000 feet above sea level. And she's gonna be staying quiet for the video because she just isn't really wanting to be on camera all that much, but either way, this road goes from about 7,000 feet above sea level all the way to over 10,000 feet above sea level. It really climbs a lot. Sadly, there is no good cell service here, so you can see the GPS, like the the elevation, and that's okay. We don't need that necessarily, but it'd be nice to be able to use like elevation, be able to see it, you know what I'm trying to say? But again, we don't have that ability, and that's okay. Maybe at the top there will be more, cell service than over here, but I don't know yet. We'll see. Either way, how is everybody's day going today? Hopefully it's going well. Let's head up this hill. It's pretty weird looking out here, isn't it? It's like really unique. By the way, the speed limit appears to be 35 miles an hour, so we do need to keep that in mind and like follow the speed limit because, well, it's 35 miles an hour. We don't want to go over that. Also, I am monitoring the transmission temperatures. I'm curious what the transmission temperature will get up to on this drive. I have no idea yet what it will get to, but we'll see. If the speed limit goes from 35 to 55 and I can like give it more throttle, it'll probably actually stay pretty nice. But if we're going to just be like really low in the RPMs going up this hill, maybe it'll actually get quite toasty. Hopefully it doesn't, but there is a good chance it will in fact get toasty. And that's okay. Either way, it's so weird out here. There's like trees and everything. I don't know what to think about that. What's that? Bike lane. Oh, people actually bike up here. Let's check that out. Either way, those are humongous trees. Are those like redwood trees? I don't know. I'm not familiar with this area. Either way, this area though is near Mammoth Lakes, California. Mammoth Lakes, California goes up to approximately 7,800 feet. But this road I think goes to 10,255 feet. It goes like a lot higher. So it'll be interesting to see what the top of this road looks like. Fallen rocks. All right, sounds fine, I guess. I don't see any fallen rocks. Oh, according to the Googleifier, I was Googling this road before we came up it, and apparently this road can get snow any time of year. So if you're in, I don't know, the summertime, you can actually get snow up here, which is pretty bonkers. But, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Also, I was Googling it, and apparently it goes to like a one-lane road at the top or something, so hopefully that's not too narrow. I don't know, we'll see. I am giving the car quite a bit of throttle right here, and we just aren't really moving that fast, and that's all right. We don't have to move that fast up a hill. But I am half throttle right now, and we just barely are moving. So that does mean we are really climbing up a really steep hill. And again, that's fine. It's just that's probably going to be pretty hard on keeping the temperatures cool. That's okay. Ooh, that's a neat looking tree. It's like missing a top of it or something. But yeah, let's just try to make it up to this hill. It is extremely steep. Like half throttle, for context, you can go way too fast at half throttle. But on this hill, half throttle is just, well, you're just kind of crawling, it seems. And we aren't even anywhere near the top, I don't think. We have 3,000 feet to gain, which for Southern California terms, that's like going up Ortega Highway, if you know what that is. Going up Ortega Highway, you have, I'm getting close to the speed limit. Going up Ortega Highway, you have about 3,000 feet of elevation gain from Lake Elsinore to the top. And if I'm not mistaken, that 3,000 feet, you have no problem like maintaining any kind of like speed up it because it's just not a bad like road. not bad. It's not a very steep road, that's what I'm trying to say. The road is just not very steep, so you can maintain a lot of speed up through it, like 40 or 50 miles an hour. Here it seems like we're able to, but I'm kind of curious how the car will handle like the upper side of this mountain. I have no idea. Will we have to push it up the hill? Who knows? Because this is actually the least powerful new car, so we might be fine, or we might not be fine. Well, we'll find out. We have 78 horsepower, we weigh 2,200 pounds. Well, actually, let's see, me and my aunt, I don't know. Probably at this point, maybe the car's 2,500 pounds plus luggage, maybe 2,600 pounds, I'm not sure. But it's pretty light. But still 78 horsepower, so it's on the lower end of like the things. And that's all right. I'm gonna let go of the throttle a little bit here. The road is actually flattening out quite a bit here, and I'm actually able to go pretty quick up this hill, which is pretty good. How's the gas gauge? 1/4 of a tank. That should be fine. This is a pretty steep hill, but we have about 1 dot below 0. Like, if I'm at 0 dots, I still have about 1 more dot left. Also, if I'm not mistaken, so we're heading to Bishop next, and Bishop, I think it's Bishop, isn't it? I don't know. Bishop or Bishop, that is, well, all downhill from my understanding, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to use that much fuel. Is that a glacier up there? Look at the mountain in front of us. I believe that might actually be a glacier. Or maybe it's not. I'm not too sure. There's like white on that mountain. But yeah, the car's handling going up this hill absolutely fine. Which is, well, what is it supposed to do? It's supposed to drive down a road, so it shouldn't be that much of a surprise. But then again, like a lot of the reviews on YouTube say it doesn't have enough power or something, so if we're able to go up the steepest road there is in Southern California, or not steepest, this is not the steepest, go up the highest elevation road in Southern California, I think that's a win, okay? Sure, we aren't going up at absurd speeds, 35 miles an hour, but I literally can't go faster anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We got a sharp corner here. No, not really. At 35 miles an hour, you can pretty much not have to slow down on any corners. We do not have performance. Look at that. What is it called? Look at the mountain up there. We don't have like performance suspension, so we can't like corner extremely quickly without like excessive body roll. But even then, though, it's not really like hard to go 35 miles an hour around all these corners. It's perfectly fine to do so. And I think I still have a while till we get to the top, don't I? I don't know. I don't remember the website. There's a website and it says it like goes to 1 lane or something, so we probably have a while before we get there, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Now, there's a person walking. Well, according to a sign at least. I don't see persons walking. And that's okay. Let's let go of the throttle a little bit here because I am up to 35 miles an hour. Big meadow campground. Let's see. No parking. Okay, I can do that probably. And we'll just continue going straight actually. Okay. It's pretty unique up here. I must say it is definitely very unique. Like, when's the last time you've seen places this high? Pretty rare. Although this isn't like the highest road in the whole country, there is a road in Colorado that goes to 14,000 feet above sea level. There's even an interstate, like a high-speed road that goes to, I'm not kidding you, like 11,500 feet or something absurd. So this road right here is actually not that high. But again, in California, this is as high elevation as it gets. So we'll see how this works. We'll either be absolutely fine at the top or we'll be struggling to breathe. Actually, I'm pretty sure we will be struggling to breathe, but maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. Either way, let's keep on going. I don't plan on staying up at the top of the hill though for that long. I just want to get up there and check it out and then head back down. might not walk around all that much. We have a lot of miles to cover today. We started off in Hawthorne, Nevada, and we need to go all the way to, what is it called? We need to go to Beatty, Nevada. It's quite a long distance, so yeah, I don't really have too much time to just like walk around and explore up here today, but that's okay. A future trip we can do that. Look how green it is out here. This reminds me of like pictures or videos I've seen of like Alaska. Like Alaska, northern Alaska, they have trees like this everywhere. Well, maybe not the like type of tree, but they have trees everywhere like this. Like dense foliage, which is pretty neat. Also, we're down to only 49 degrees outside. That's bonkers. Public parking for East Fork. I don't know what East Fork is. That's okay. Grout Camp. Okay. Either way, let's keep on going. We're actually getting pretty close to the tree line, though, it appears. You can't see it. We have to go to the left. But there appears to be, like, trees ending, if that makes any sense. Once we get around the corner, you might be able to see. Like, we're getting close to the end of the trees. Although, in the pictures, I don't think we will actually get to the end of the trees, though. This road looks like one of those roads where it's meant to go fast, but you can only go 35 miles an hour. It looks like one of these roads that you have like a 55 mile an hour speed limit. And if you're in a sports car or something, you could like dig into the throttle and like fly up the hill, but nope. You can't really do that on this road, sadly. On some of these straightaways here, it'd be neat if I could do a like acceleration test to see how the car accelerates at such a high elevation, but I can only do a 0 to 35 mile an hour test. I mean, I can always do that, but 35 miles an hour isn't really that fast. Also, the transmission is only at 192 degrees, so it's pretty cool actually. How's my gas gauge doing? Absolutely fine. The transmission being cool probably has something to do with the whole I'm not having to like stress the car that much to go up the hill. We're just kind of cruising up it very slowly. Although it is getting kind of chilly in the car. I probably could turn on the AC if I wanted. I don't know if I will or not. But in theory, or not AC, I mean heater. Let's see. I don't know. What do you think? No. Okay. I guess I will not turn the heater on for now. Alright. Either way, let's keep on heading up the hill. It's like not super cold in here. It's just like getting a little chilly, but probably by the time it gets properly cold, we'll be back down the hill, so that won't be a problem. Let's see. Let go of some throttle. You have to like watch your speed. Like when I normally go up mountains, I can like hold my foot in one position, like I don't know, 2,500 RPM-ish. Just climb up the mountain like that. But in this case, we just kind of can't. Because if I just hold my foot in one position, I will end up going over 35 miles an hour. I would normally hold it at like 2,500 RPM, and that might get me like 45 miles an hour up this hill, or 40. I'm not too positive what speed we would be able to go at that RPM, but some speed, that's for sure. 49 degrees outside. Car feels absolutely fine out here right now. I mean, it should feel fine. But yeah, it does actually feel pretty fine, so that's good. Pine Cove, or Rock Creek Camp or something. Okay, Pine Cove. Where's that? Oh, Pine Cove. That's a little town in Southern California in the mountains, actually. Upper Pine Grove Campground. Huh. Wonder how much it is to camp up here. Probably quite a bit, or maybe not. Probably everyone who, like, you would pay to camp. Oh, look at that tree to the left. That's neat. Probably everyone you'd pay to, like, camp here just doesn't come up the hill this far. Or maybe they do. I have no idea. But it is pretty neat up here. Pretty quiet, though. But that's alright. Look in front of us. Is that a glacier in front of us? Do you see that, like, white spot on that mountain? I think that might be a glacier. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. But we are definitely getting really high up there in the elevations. I have no idea what elevation we are at yet, but we definitely are getting up there. And that's fine. Let's just keep on cruising. Apparently bicyclists can be up here. That's also fine. And I guess I can let go of the throttle a little bit here. There we go. And maybe a little bit less throttle. There we go. Something like that. We're going 36 miles an hour. I'm not seeming to go above 36 at this throttle, so maybe I'll just give it this throttle and go 1 mile an hour over the limit, which actually happens to be the limit because my speedometer is 1 mile an hour above what the speed actually is. By the way, look, the trees are getting smaller up here. All right, I'll give the car less throttle because we seem to be leveling out in the elevation, breakfasts and stuff. Huh. So people might actually be up here. Oh, we've got a sharp corner here. I mean, they did say 35, or it said 25 miles an hour for the turn, so I guess that makes sense. Tractor trailers not recommended beyond this point. That's fine. I will continue on though. Transmission is 192. That stop sign is not for me, so I can continue straight. Look, we are really close to the tree line. Like, to the right of me, there's pretty much no trees, and like right there in front of us, that right there is no trees. Oh, there's a lake to my left. You'll probably see it on the way down. Maybe you already saw it, I don't know. But there is actually a lake as well. Let's keep on going. I am giving the car more throttle now. I wonder if I gave it too much. No, I didn't. Okay. Let's just keep on going. And there appears to be a Toyota Tacoma. No, that's not Tacoma. That's a Dodge. No, that's a Toyota Tundra. Okay. There is a Toyota Tundra parked. All right. Road narrows. Okay, so this is the part on Google that I saw. I guess we just kind of squeeze in here. Oh, there's a big pothole. Okay, let's just slow way down for that. Speed limit is 15 miles an hour. It's fine. Once I get around the corner, I was going to say I'll open up the throttle, but we have a downhill here. I was curious how the car would feel going at a lot of throttle on this, but I just can't really see that far ahead, so that won't work. Oh, here we go. So let's just come to a stop momentarily, and let's do a 0 to 15 mile an hour test. Yeah, pretty, it feels a little bit laggy. I mean, it does accelerate, but it does feel a little bit tireder. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. It feels tireder. I mean, it is what it is. We're at a high elevation, so it's to be expected. I mean, if your car is going to feel tired anywhere, it's going to be coming up through here, because I don't know what elevation we're at, but I think we're getting close to 10,000. The parking lot, which should be at the end of this singular lane road, should be at the 10,000 foot mark. I don't know how far we have to go up this road. That's okay. It's like a little tiny skinny road. Nice little road. Transmission's only at 192. I don't have any service though to look to see what elevation we're at, sadly. But according to the Googleifier, this is the highest road there is, so we should be able to see quite a bit up here. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I guess one thing to note, though, is because these roads are one way, somebody might actually have to back up if somebody else is coming up or down the hill. I don't remember which one of us is supposed to do it. I think the person heading up the hill is the one who has to back down, maybe. I really don't remember. I have no idea anymore at this point. Oh yeah, it is, okay. No roadside parking. Some people are parked up here with their Subarus. My car just glitched out for a moment there. Wasn't sure what to do. That's fine. Again, we are like really high up, so it makes sense it doesn't know what to do. Like, this is like absurdly high up. I don't think we're going to get out of the trees, but I think we're going to be getting pretty close. Is there anyone coming? No. Okay. That's good. Hello, Toyota. Hey, I had the first Toyota right, but I got the second Toyota wrong. Okay, get around that. There's like a big pothole here or something. Slow down for that. Oh, wow. This is like a creek we're going over. There is actually water in that water. Or there's water in that part of the road. And there is a car catching up, so we'll just pull over to the side and let them go by. There we go. I think they'll go over the 15-mile-an-hour speed limit. That's fine. I don't really think the speed limit is enforced all that much up here. Actually, at all. I don't think anyone enforces the speed limit up here. Oh, wait, we might actually be getting to the top. It looks like a parking lot up here. Oh, there's a Rivian. Have we reached the top? Maybe. We're doing what Rivians and Honda Fits and big fancy off-roader cars are up here to do, I guess. But no, there's also a little Mazda 3, so I guess we aren't the only like tiny little car up here. So that's fine. I mean, it's fine either way, but it's like interesting that we aren't the only small cars. Usually we are the only small car. Either way, have we gotten anywhere close to the top yet? No, not yet. Oh, there's the creek to the right. Do you see it? And we're going over it a second time, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, yeah, we are. Might be a big bump, though. Big bump. I was going to say, it's not that bad when you're only going like 10 miles an hour, but even that is pretty bad. All right. Let's just see. How does the car feel up here? To be fair, we still have a decent amount of power. No, it's not a lot of power, but we do have some power up here. Either way, oh, this has to be it. This looks like a big parking lot. Yeah, oh yeah, holy busy up here. Holy busyness. Yeah, this must be it. Highest paved part in the whole area or something. Well, that's pretty neat. There's some Subarus up here. Lots of Subarus. Holy Subaru. Everywhere is a Subaru. Everyone has a Subaru. Impressive. Very impressive. All right, I am back, and I walked around a tiny bit up here. Wow, I don't want to use the word out of breath, but no, I'm out of breath. We walked, well, she didn't walk any, but I walked like to the end of the parking lot. Yeah, that was enough. That was definitely enough. No headache or anything. My fingers are tinglifying a little bit though. But we are at like 10,255 feet above sea level right now, so about as high as you can get. Also, we have like a little straightaway here. I'm just curious, since we're going downhill now, let's just do another 0 to 15 miles an hour. That might be the slowest 0 to 15, or maybe not. I have no idea. And that's alright, we don't need to know, but it's still pretty interesting though. I guess I should put the car into like sport mode here for some extra engine breakification down the hill or something. That might not be a bad idea. We've got a big bump over here. We need to really slow down for this, maybe even more. Yeah, even 5 miles an hour is a little bit too fast for that bump. Okay, that's fine. Either way, let's keep on going. More engine braking, because yes, I do need to be like pretty careful though in these kinds of roads, because if there's a rock, you can't swerve out of the way. If there's a human, Well, or, I mean, not human. If there's a car, you have to kind of like figure out what to do. It's not one of those situations where you can just like squeeze past. I mean, if everyone had a Mitsubishi Mirage, that wouldn't be a problem. But you have vans like that van to the right, so it'll be slightly harder, or the Rivian, or all of these. You have all these American-sized vehicles here in America with this European-sized road, or Asian-sized road. My Asian car can like handle this, no problem. But like that, what is that, Prius or something? Or is that a Tesla? I don't know what that is. Is that a Prius? Yeah, it's a Prius, okay. Like that Prius over there. Oh, slow down. That's a big looking bump. I still bottomed out. I guess I went at that a little too hot, didn't I? I went at it too hot. I'm a speeder. I hit the bump that doesn't have a sign on it at like 4 miles an hour. More engine brake in here. One thing my aunt pointed out to me is honking. It wouldn't be a bad idea to honk on all of the blind corners. To say, I'm here! Just so you don't get surprised. Gotta slow down. So, like this corner here, we can see decently. We'll just slow down some more. That's fine. But if there's any super like tight corners, she says it probably would be a good idea to like meep, just to say I'm here. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. If there's any super like steep corners, not steep corners, sharp corners. I am not used to seeing a road so skinny. It's pretty weird for me as a normal American, or average American, to see a road like this. But that's alright. More brakeifying. More braking! I feel bad for my brakes, but that's okay. We are actively engine braking. We are in low gear though, but I don't think I need to go into low gear for this. We're going to get to an end here pretty shortly. Okay, there is a car over here coming my way. This looks like a good turnout I can hop onto, so we will do that. And that is absolutely perfect right there. And then we can go back into our lane. Voila, perfect. We met at the exact right spot. It couldn't have been any better at all. That was like amazingly timed right there, wasn't it? Okay, so this, hey, I'm coming through here. We just did a little happy meep sound. That doesn't guarantee we're safe, of course, but it at least alerts others that like, there might be a car coming through here. Maybe. Because if you hear a meep, there's a good chance there is one. I guess I should also be vigilant or vigilante or something about like deers and stuff through here. Hey, we're coming through here. Yeah, that kind of maybe was useful. They're going pretty quick. That's okay. Either way, let's keep on going. 3 cars I've seen didn't really go that slow on this road. I don't think they're following the 15-mile-an-hour speed limit. Oh yeah, that was the lake to the right, but you probably couldn't see. Ooh, that's the big bump. You don't need to like blow a tire, because these tires are getting pretty bald, and I don't have much faith in them. Sure, they haven't exploded yet, but I don't know when they will explode. I just like to not find out on a trip like this. A spare tire is only supposed to be like driven on for like 30 or something miles, or 50 miles. Yeah, 50 miles. Well, my new set of tires is in Lake Elsinore, California. So I have to go through, well, let's see. From here, I would have to go to Bishop. I think we're going to Olancha, and then from Olancha, we're going to be going through Death Valley. And then from Death Valley, we are going to be going to Hawthorne. Low gear maybe here. And then from Hawthorne, we'll be going to Las Vegas. And then from Las Vegas, we'll be going to Bullhead City. And then from there, I still have to drive all the way back through Arizona to get to California. So it's a long drive. It's a lot more than 50 miles. It's like several hundred miles. By the way, that right there was using low gear to engine brake. That was a good use of low gear because it kept the car under control on that steeper decline in elevation there. But now we're kind of leveling out here, so we're going to go back into drive here and regain some speed, like, I don't know, 31 or 32 miles an hour, and put it back into sport mode. There we go. We don't need to put it into low on this yet, at least. The car is keeping itself under control pretty good, actually, considering this is the highest point in Southern California. So, that's good. Although, driving around on the freeways at this elevation, you can definitely tell the car is not exactly happy. I mean, like half throttled up the hills, I'm going like 45 miles an hour. That's fine. I mean, it's kind of expected, but it's just not what I'm used to. I guess I shouldn't have done that low gear right then. I should have probably just used my actual brakes. Maybe. I don't know. It might be fine. Yeah, low gear again. I know I shouldn't use low gear a whole lot, but I'm just using it to help me get down the hill without having to use my brakes a lot because the speed limit is quite low. Almost immediately here, I am at the speed limit, which is, well, it is what it is. It's just, I would rather, like, not need to actively be, like, worried about speeding, if that makes any sense. Like, I probably should just use my brakes, because it isn't really ideal to do that, actually. And brakes are cheap, transmissions are not cheap, but I'm not really wearing it out a humongous amount when I do that. It's just, I'm wearing it out more than I'd like. Well, I'm not really wearing it out, I'm just turning the torque, I'm unlocking the torque converter, essentially, is all that's happening, from my understanding. By the way, on the GPS machine, my elevation is still spinning. It has no idea. But yeah, if you Googleify it, this is actually the highest paved road there is. Actually, I have an idea. So my car is, it locked the torque converter up. So if I do that, there we go. We got, okay, I'm messing around with my pedals here to like get this set up right. Okay, how do I explain this? My torque converter, well, I don't know. When you go under 25 miles an hour, or you put the car in low gear and then put it back in drive, sport mode is only at 2,500 RPM, so your engine braking is pretty limited. But if you're in normal drive or something along that line, you're not limited as much. I guess that I still explained it really poorly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Explaining things sometimes is not my forte, or fortat. Some neat looking trees here, though. I don't know if they're redwoods or what, but yeah, either way, they're pretty neat. Oh, that's interesting. Engine braking on sport mode is like revving itself up quite a bit. To be fair, we are like trying to lose a lot of elevation here. I do need to give it some brakes though. There we go. Eventually, I think at the start it was pretty steep, so I'm probably going to put the car into low gear down at the bottom somewhere. because the car is going to want to go quite fast, and I don't want to go quite fast, if that makes any sense. I think that makes sense. Should make sense. It makes sense in my head how I just explained it. Gravity makes car go vroom. Me want to go sleep mode, slow. I'm not slow. I'm going the maximum speed I can go down this hill. But okay, this is an uphill here, right? The car wants to go fast down the hill, and I don't want to go fast down the hill. So my thought is, if I use low gear, we will just kind of coast down the hill. Is there rumble strips on this road? No, there are not. Okay. I thought there were. It looked like there were, but no, apparently not. Either way, is this the steep part? Yeah, this actually might be the steep part right here, isn't it? Alright, low gear. Low gear. Pretty high RPM, but it's fine. Your car is fine sitting at 4,000 RPM. Is it great for it long term? No. But for a bit, it's fine. In theory, a car should be able to handle sitting at redline constantly, but no, that's just not how cars are. You can't just sit at redline indefinitely. I mean, you could, but it would be pretty bad for it. But if your car doesn't overheat, it might actually be fine. But it can overheat. Although going down a hill, though, shouldn't be a problem because, well, we aren't using the accelerator at all. We're just kind of coasting down the hill here. So we shouldn't really have to worry about temperatures all that much, which is actually true. The temperatures on engine is pretty cool. I wouldn't be surprised if my cold light turned on soon. Cold light is, 137 degrees it turns on at. But I have no idea, how much longer we have down the hill, though. That will determine how cold the engine gets. I think, I have a feeling, the cold light will not turn on, but it might. There's always a possibility. Either way, is this where the road gets steep? I don't know. I thought it was back behind us, but it's not. I'm going to give the car a little throttle in sport mode here for a moment here. Okay, let go of the throttle. That was all I did. Just trying to maintain 29 miles an hour, and now I'll start regaining some speed again. Not a lot of speed, but a little bit of speed. And I'll just let the car coast. Someday in the future, I should make a video trying to hypermile the car in sport mode. I feel like that's going to go very poorly, but it might not. I mean, you probably could hypermile it, but it's essentially like saying, I'm going to try to get good gas mileage in my 5-speed automatic, but I'm only going to put it in second gear. It's not really going to work that good, to be fair. But you could hypermile it. You will succeed at hypermiling it. You just won't get good gas mileage. I mean, you can hypermile any vehicle in theory, but the outcome of what you do to hypermile it is highly dependent on what mode you're in. And that's all right. I am tempted to take the car out of sport mode. Yeah, let's do that. Let's gain a little bit of speed and then put it back in sport mode. Speed! Let's gain some of it. There. I have quite a few miles to cover today, so if I can get the speed up a little higher, that wouldn't be a bad thing. Although I do feel like cars are not following the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit, as this Jeep coming up behind me appears to be doing. They're probably going like 55 down the hill here. Yeah, right around there. But they aren't allowed to go any faster. That's alright. Bye-bye, Jeep. You have a feeling pretty much nobody follows that speed limit. It certainly seems like it. It is what it is, I guess. I'm still kind of surprised the speed limit's 35 miles an hour. I really feel like it should be higher. Like, yeah, 35 is safer. Probably is safer. But at the same time, 35 miles an hour is like so slow, it's kind of hard to do it in a way. Oh, there's another Subaru. Holy Subarus. It's like everyone that goes to the mountain has a Subaru almost. Is that like the go-to mountain car? A Subaru? I don't know. Holy brightness! It's bright. I can't see nothing. Oh, okay, now I can see more than nothing. Okay, that's good. And then my car is starting to speed up again, but not significantly, so I'll just let the car coast like it is. And whenever it does decide to do something I don't want it to do, then I'll intervene. But right now, it's going right around the limit. Okay, we're exceeding it. Let's press the brake pedal a little bit here. And the car like downshifted or something here to help out with the RPM. Although, okay, fallen rocks. The car is gaining a decent amount of speed, so let's put it in low gear. There we go. That might be the right gear to have the car in. Oh yeah, it definitely is the right gear to have the car in. It's pretty steep downhill. Gotta slow down. There we go. I guess that's why we were at half throttle. I mean, low gear, and we're still going 35 miles an hour. That's an impressive downhill. It doesn't look that steep, to me at least. But, like, the car is accelerating right now. This is probably a solid 20% grade. Kind of flying, aren't we? We're kind of flying. One thing, I could also turn the AC on, which will actually slow me down even more. 4,500 RPM. How's temperature? I don't know. Seems fine. Let me see. Here, let's find out what the temperature is. Temperature! Who knows? Squirrel? Yeah, the way. Transmission, 217. No, 207, my bad. 208. It's pretty hot, but it's acceptable. Cruising, oh, by the way, engine's 192. Cruising along in low gear actually does warm it up quite a bit, even though we aren't like doing anything necessarily. We're just going down a hill. We aren't like inputting any throttle. Even though we're not, speed limit 25 now. Even though, 25. Even though we, really, 25, okay. Even though we aren't inputting any throttle, 210 now. We're not inputting throttle, it is like still getting pretty hot. It's like, I don't know, 25 miles an hour is like quite annoying. on this road. It really is. I feel bad for everything. My brakes and my transmission and my engine, they're all getting a workout. My brakes aren't too big of a workout right now, but they're still getting a workout regardless. More brake. 210 degrees is pretty warm, but it's acceptable considering we're going down a hill. Oh, that's why my transmission, my engine is not super hot. It's because that's why my engine is hot. Well, not hot. My engine is a normal temperature. The reason why is my transmission is baking, and there's something called a heat exchanger, and the engine warms up the transmission, and the transmission warms up the engine. And in this case, the transmission is warming up the engine. So, yeah, that makes sense, actually, what's going on. Either way, let's stop at the stop sign here. It looks like someone did some donutification here. Donutification. Yep, sounds about right. Make a stop at the stopifying sign. Car's transmission is slightly whining, and that's okay. Either way, let's come to the stop sign here, and welcome to Highway 395. So we need to go to the right this time. Alright, another stop. And I kind of want to do a 0 to 60, so I'm going to just kind of like cruise for a moment here on the slower end. And if there's an uphill anywhere, I want to do a 0 to 60 and see what happens, like acceleration-wise, because I've never been able to do a 0 to 65 mile an hour like test at high elevation, because all of the elevation like this high where I am doesn't have like, what's it called? All of the super high elevation where I am doesn't have the whole high speed limit. That's what I'm trying to say. The speed limit's 55, not 65. So when I'm not actively going down a hill here, we will do that test. And then I'll end up the video. I don't know how long we'll be going down a hill. I know we're heading to Bishop, but I'm sure there has to be some uphills on the way down, right? I think so. There has to be. There has to be some uphills. Transmission is cooling down, so that is good. End of the work zone speed limit, that is also good, because I want to go accelerate pretty quickly if I can. Oh, this looks like it might be an uphill right here, actually. Is it starting right here? Actually, it might be. Yeah, no, this is definitely an uphill. Okay. Let's just pull off here. We're just going to just pull off to the side on the shoulder. All right. We have cars coming. Either way, this is a 6,900 feet 0 to 65 test in 3, 2, 1. Actually, you know what? For fun, let's turn the AC on. All right. Oh wait, there's cars coming. Okay, after the cars come, I can go. After the Toyota Subaru. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Sorry, pedal, but I mildly mashified you. Cars are actually accelerating impressively quickly up this hill. Speed limit is 65 miles an hour. And there we go. We have reached 65 miles an hour. That was, I think, quite impressive, actually, considering my car is not really a car meant for the mountains. Was it a groundbreaking 0 to 60? No, but it pushed me back in the seat a little bit. It seems plenty fast. I don't really see a need for a car with more power than that. I mean, if you put your foot to the floor, it does actually move. Sure, it doesn't move necessarily record-breaking speeds, But that's okay. It doesn't need to do that. Not every car needs to be a race car. Either way, thank you for watching, everybody. My aunt's just been sitting here quiet the whole time, so I think I'll end off the video so she's not like stage, I don't know if the word stage fright or not. She just doesn't want to be on camera, I guess. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day. Oh, actually, you know what? Okay, recording is back. There is apparently the sign just said an 8-mile long downgrade. An 8-mile long downgrade, really? Holy smokes. Yeah, no, we are driving off the side of a cliff right now, aren't we? Holy smokafires. Trucks, 45 miles an hour. Well, I'm not a truck, so my speed limit is 65 miles an hour. But holy smokafire. This will be interesting. I have never done a test like driving up a hill like this. I mean, 8 miles long, and it looks like this is absurdly steep, but I don't know yet. We haven't got there. I'm not accelerating all that much. So I'm not accelerating at all, but like, I feel like this road might be more than a 6% grade. The reason why, it's not an interstate, this is a highway. So it could actually be like a 7 or 8 or 9% grade. I don't know. Oh wow. Where's the road? It's like gone. Where are ya? I don't even see a road anymore. Either way, what does this sign say to the right? It says, oh, it's a 6% grade for 8 miles. Oh, okay, so it's not that steep. I say it's not that steep, but at the same time, my car probably will try to go a bit too fast down this hill, I think. So what I can do is actually turn my AC system on. The compressor will try to slow my car down. Well, it's not trying to slow my car down, but it will slow my car down. That's how the compressor works. It takes away some horsepowers. So we'll just use the AC system here to help, like, not go too fast. And of course, if the car tries to go above 65, we can always just use sport mode. The reason I didn't accelerate to the hill is because we'd end up having to like waste that energy and slow down anyway. And yeah, I mean, we're up to 65, so sport mode time it is. Is sport mode slowing me down? No, not really. It's just maintaining my speed. Interesting. I feel like a lot of cars probably go over 65 miles an hour down this hill. It's really cold in here. The AC is set to 61. But that will help with the not exceeding the speed limit thing. If I turn off the AC, what's going to happen? Yeah, we're gaining speed now, so let's turn the AC back on. We could use the extra drag here. Extra drag is a good thing. It's not always, usually extra drag is bad, but in the case of going down a absurdly steep hill like this, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I haven't had to touch the brakes though, so we're doing good in that department. And this is an absurdly steep hill. I'm kind of surprised the speed limit's not higher though. Like, the only reason I'm surprised is because this road doesn't seem to have that much traffic. But like, the Cajon Pass has a 70 mile an hour speed limit. This has a 65 mile an hour speed limit. That's why I'm like mildly surprised. I mean, it is what it is. It's just kind of odd. And I have gained a lot of speed. AC compressor, keep doing your thing, please. I am going 66 miles an hour, and I want to go 65 miles an hour. Fine, I'll press the brake pedal a little bit here. There we go. That works. We are absolutely flying. Let's tilt the camera that way. Check that out. Alright, and then check that out as well. We're like flying down a mountain. We're flying. Absolutely hauling. Holy smokes, we're flying. I don't normally go like 65 miles an hour, but I should give an update. So how does the car feel going 65 miles an hour since I've not done any tests that like go fast? Well, going 65, the car is stable. It's not like shaking around. I was trying to take my hands off the wheel to show you how the car feels, but no, there's a wind coming from my right, so like I point the steering wheel to the right, and then the car just wants to go to the left, and now it wants to go to the right. That is what it is. It's just windy outside, so to be expected, I guess. That's what happens when it gets windy. But yeah, we went from like 40-something degrees to now it's almost 70 degrees. Well, that's pretty impressive. I guess I can turn the AC compressor back off. We don't need the extra drag anymore, it seems. And car is slowing down still. I guess I can turn the sport mode off, and we can start speeding up a little bit again. And then once we get close to 65, I'll turn sport mode back on again. If I get close to 65 again, I don't know. I think we will though. Yeah, I am pretty sure we will get close to 65 because we are going down a hill again. Yeah, how's my temperature? Absolutely fine. There's no cold light turned on. So it's definitely a really steep hill though. I feel like this has to be steeper than 6%, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It might be not a 6% grade. miles per hour. Exactly. It does say trucks go 45, so that probably is why I'm catching up to the truck in front of us. They're probably in like, I was going to say second gear, but no, probably not. They're probably in like third gear, like engine braking significantly down the hill with a V8 or something, so they engine brake even more. Well, that was pretty neat. I do feel like this is one of those hills where if you don't use engine braking, you'll probably end up going significantly faster than this. Like, maybe, I don't know, if you don't have engine braking, you might go like 90 miles an hour down this hill. I don't know. Either way, it's steep. But, yeah, I guess that is it. We've made it to the bottom of this weirdly steep hill, 8 miles long or something. It took me 8 minutes to do this downhill, roughly, so that's neat. So, I want to say thank you again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.